Women's wrestling is one of the fastest growing sports in the U.S.
And sports reporter Rachel Berry has the story of the wrestlers on Indiana Tech's team.
A sport fighting for a larger presence throughout the country. Colleges continue to add women's wrestling teams. Now you can find 78 of them in the U.S., but only 2 in the state of Indiana. One of those right here in Fort Wayne.
The Warriors have 23 women's wrestlers coming from all over the U.S. to compete at Indiana Tech. Head coach Paul Rademacher has coached wrestling for over a decade, working with both boys and girls at the high school level. Rademacher eventually found a passion in coaching women. He spent 2 years as an assistant coach at Southern Oregon before getting the head coaching job at Tech.
When I started coaching females and realized that's really where I see a lot of people not focused on, but realistically, like, I see a lot of enjoyment from that because they listen, they just take it better. There's a little more maturity and things that really, as a coach, like things that make me know I'm making an impact in their life.
Freshman Samantha Snow fell in love with the sport while growing up in California. Snow wrestled on all-girls club teams growing up. She connected with Rademacher years ago and says she knew she had found her home with the Warriors.
I really like that he's tough on us, but he cares a lot about us, you know. It's really important that you have someone who's looking out for you, and he's definitely that guy.
Indiana native and freshman Riley Horvath wrestled mainly on co-ed teams before college. She says her wrestling coaches, including Rademacher, are the reason she is the woman she is today.
It's given me a lot of great coaches. I had great coaches in high school, great coaches in college. They've all believed in me and brought me to where I am and brought out a better athlete than I thought I could be.
Men still have the larger presence in college wrestling, with 395 men's teams in comparison to just 78 women's squads. These Warriors say, despite that, this sport has brought them strength and courage, and no outside opinions will get in the way of their pursuit of excellence.
When I was younger, like I said, didn't even know that was a thing, and then, you know, I joined my really small high school team. From there, I was on a bigger all-women's club team, which was really cool. You know, when you're a little kid, you don't go, oh, I want to wrestle, typically, as a girl. So, you know, seeing those bigger teams and, like, having more women join wrestling, I think that definitely could change that.
It is tough. You've got to focus. You've got to try hard. You're going to have people who say you can't do it. You're going to have people who don't believe in you, but you will also have those people who have your back and believe in you from day one.
This is a sport for everyone, and wrestling brings discipline. It brings, mental toughness, physical toughness. It brings a lot of different character traits, hard work, things that employers down the road want. So if we only limit that to men doing it, then only half the population is going to get the benefit of that sport. And so realistically, and that's what Terry Steiner, the national team coach, like, he was the guy that kind of preached it out there to get it really going. And he's like, I have a daughter. I want her to learn the same things that I learned from wrestling. Why wouldn't I want that for her? And realistically, that's exactly right.
The sport of wrestling continues to break down boundaries, and this Indiana Tech team is just the start of what's to come for women's wrestling in the U.S. Reporting from Indiana Tech, I'm Rachel Berry, ABC 21 Sports.